It's time for another Dice Tower review with Randy White and Mark Streed.
Hello folks, welcome to Board Game Corner. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at the Seven Wonders insert from Broken Token. This is a kit you put together, and we'll look at the construction here in a second. But if you're like me, your Seven Wonders box might look something like this. It's kind of a mess, so I'm hoping this will help organize things. Let's take a look at the construction, and then we'll come back and see how it fits in the box.
Broken Token provides a step-by-step guide to aid you in the construction of the insert. A couple of things you will need before you start: an X-Acto knife, a rubber mallet, some wood glue, and sandpaper. However, the glue isn't necessary, but will give a more permanent solution. I have found that even without glue, the joints fit together very snug. You must punch out the individual pieces before beginning construction. One thing to note, I found it is best to use an X-Acto knife for a cleaner extraction, or you can end up with rough or split edges, but a little sandpaper will fix that right up. We begin with the inner framework, middle divider, and card tray. Moving to the other side of the box, we build the support cross sections that will support the player cards, then moving outward to construct the main framework of the box. Next, we punch out and prepare the pieces for the removable tray. The instruction sheet doesn't provide a visual guide on the tray, but the instructions are clear and easy to understand. Much like the larger tray, we start with the inside and move outward to construct the framework of the box. Be careful to orient the center cross-section so that the four sides fit properly. When you have all your pieces loosely fit, use the rubber mallet to gently tap them into a snug fit. I'm really impressed at how well the pieces and joints all fit together. Lastly, we remove the individual card dividers and drop them into the completed insert. Start to finish, time to build, it all came together pretty quickly, under an hour, I would say. I would probably end up giving the joints a bit of glue, but everything fits together so snug it doesn't really seem necessary.
All right, let's take a look at how all this fit in the box. I am extremely pleased. Everything came together really nicely. It all fits in here very nice and snug. So I did opt to leave the dividers out just because the cards fit a little looser. They were a little easier to get out, but you can use the dividers even with all the expansions. I just chose not to. Now, my favorite aspect is the tray that pops out. This has been great for gameplay. You pass it around. It's easy to get to the tokens. No longer are we passing plastic bags back and forth. This is the way to go. Really makes this insert really nice. And of course, then lastly, the cards over here have a space below them for things like the score trackers and so forth, or whatever else you want to put in there. So anyway, this is a great kit. I highly recommend it. And Randy will be back next time. So until then, we'll see you at the table.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.